Hello, hello. I just wanted to chat really quick. I had some things on my mind. Um, I feel like it's very important for everyone to just stop for a second and take a look at their life, right? No matter how old you are, if you look at your own life, right? Whatever is tough or hard to you, your traumas are big to you, even though they might be small to somebody else. I think that it's important for everyone to just take a second and to look at their life, to look at the things that they've been through, the cards that they've been dealt, the situations that they just so happen to escape from. You can think about all the times where maybe you were blackout drunk or you just had a little bit too much to drink, but you still found your way home, right? Um, think about the times where maybe you were too high. Think about the times where maybe you are at the wrong place at the wrong time and they shot up the club or the party, but nothing happened to you. Think about just your life, what situations do you feel like you've overcame now, looking back at your own life and seeing like, I don't know how the fuck I made it out of that. And though I may not be where I want to be today, I'm still in a way better situation than I was a few years ago or a few months ago or whatever your case is. I think it's important for us to just take a second, do some inventory, to really look at our lives, the near death experiences, just all kinds of shit that we managed to find ourselves in, but managed to get ourselves out of safely. And then just ask yourself, what is that? How did that happen? What is that thing, right? That's God, or God saved me. And think about all the times where you made a decision and instead of going right, you went left and it led you down a beautiful path and you met this person and whatever, whatever. Think about all the times where you made a decision not to go to a certain place or not to be around certain people, and the same thing happened. You managed to escape something, or you managed to avoid something. You made it out of whatever situation. Think about all those times in your life and start to ask yourself, how did that come to be? What is it? What is this guiding force inside of me that has helped me survive for this long, or has helped me escape all of these dangerous situations that I used to throw myself into when I was a teen, or just whatever it is for you? Start to understand and recognize that guiding force. When you develop a relationship with that guiding force, not only will you just never encounter situations like that altogether, but everything else in your life starts to make sense and starts to flow easily. I felt like yesterday and today were the greatest days I ever had, and that's simply because I was in flow. My body told me to move, I moved. My body told me to sit, I sat. My body told me to eat, I ate. My body told me to go to the park, walk this way, go to this store, eat lunch here. Whatever it was that I felt like I needed to do, no questions asked. I didn't second guess myself. I didn't ask myself over and over again, am I making the right decision? I just kind of knew that this is what I need to be doing right now, right here. And I just had the best days I've had all week or all month. This month was pretty great because I've been doing that all month, but it's that guiding force, your intuition or the voice of God, whatever you want to call it, that is helping you escape, right? Or avoid dangerous situations, that is leading you towards your highest good, or the most benevolent timeline that will align you with the life and the reality that you want to live. Again, like I said, you have to start to develop a relationship with that guiding force. And it's as simple as taking inventory and asking yourself questions. Start to recognize and understand what it is, what exactly was it that helped me get out this situation, or what exactly was it that told me not to befriend this person, and later down the line, you see how this person ended up doing someone else, or whatever the case is. Once you start to develop a relationship with that thing inside of you that is constantly nudging at you, that is constantly trying to get you to go this way instead of that way, or talk to this person instead of that one. Once you start to develop this relationship with your intuition, your life gets easier, but you have to also develop trust and self-confidence. Trust and self-confidence honestly go hand in hand. But I think it's important to say that, it's enough to know that like my intuition has gotten me out of certain situations, or my intuition has guided me to the right places. It's enough to know that, right? Again, when you start to develop that relationship with your intuition, all of your decisions are led by it. So you're living your life entirely in flow. You will never have a bad day. You will never feel overwhelmed. You will never feel too tired or like you're too busy, because you're doing exactly what you need to do when your mind, body, and spirit is telling you to do it. And then it's trusting your intuition, knowing without a doubt that if I make this decision, this is the right decision, period, point blank. And there will be people, places, things that will come into your reality, that will come into your field to try and test you on that. You might make a decision to eat this instead of that, and somebody will ask you like, why did you decide to do that? And it's only so that you can trust yourself. You have to look at everyone around you as another piece of you, so that when these people come to you and they're asking you these questions, you understand it's you challenging yourself. There's an aspect of you that is challenging yourself, that is wanting to know if you really trust your intuition, if you really have started to develop a relationship with it. Because once you do that, without a doubt, your intuition starts to, in a sense, like show up more. Once you start to follow that guiding force, it's always going to present itself to you. So it'll be easier for you to form a relationship with it. And it will be easier for you to understand and to trust yourself, to trust, like I said, that whatever decision you make is the right one always. You've been right the whole time. This is something like I think I've tweeted like 2 or 3 times. You have always been right. Your intuition is always right. Always right. You have never been wrong. Somebody had to teach you right from wrong at a young age. Somebody had to condition you and program you into believing that there is a right and that there is a wrong. The only thing that is right in this reality is whatever you want it to be. Whatever is wrong is something that doesn't align with you. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. It might be wrong for you, but it doesn't mean it's wrong for somebody else. So you can't let other people who are honestly, again, just coming into your sphere to test you on your relationship with your intuition. You can't let those people try and convince you or influence you into thinking that you're making the wrong decision. Because if you feel like you're making the wrong decision, naturally you're going against your own intuition. If you're making the right decision, you're falling in line with your intuition. So whatever decision you make is right. And you have to believe that, you have to know that, you have to walk in that. And it takes time, but once you start to, you have to like take this idea of thinking into every realm that you enter. You have to always be focused on the bigger picture. See the details in what's going on around you. Understand that, we do live in a physical reality and we have to do tangible things, but try and always bring the tangible to a spiritual aspect, to a metaphysical aspect, to a superphysical aspect. You have to take it pull from the details and help yourself to see the bigger picture, right? But that's just my little chat that I wanted to share, talk about, whatever. Like, it's just really trusting your intuition. I feel like that is the biggest lesson, and going into this new astrological age, and with all these transits coming up, serious transits in Pisces and things like that, it's very important that we trust our intuition the first time. Trust any decision you make the first time. It's right because you said it's right. And when you follow that line of thinking, you start to create the reality that you want to see. You understand? When you follow the line of thinking that I want to do this, this is the best decision for me, and this is going to get me wherever I want to be in life, you're going to get to that place a lot faster than you were if you were to take somebody else's point of view. You have to ask yourself, am I my God? Or are these people my God? Are these people who are telling me which way to go and what to do and how to think and what's right from wrong? Are these people my God? Like I said, after a certain amount of living and experience, I'm in my mid 20s. I don't know who's watching this, whatever age y'all are at, but once you've lived enough, you will start to see a lot of cycles and patterns repeat themselves. It's easy for you to take inventory of your own life, start to see the situations that you got yourself out of, the situations that your intuition, you, not somebody else's intuition, guided you towards, those opportunities and benevolent things. And start to trust that. Stop putting your power into other people's hands. Stop putting what other people want and think and believe for you in your life. Stop putting that above what you think and what you want for yourself and what you feel like is right. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. It's like there's just so much more I want to say, but I feel like I'm not going in depth enough, but it's honestly just this simple and cliche. Like, and a lot of grandiose spiritual concepts are just quite simple. All you have to do is trust yourself. All you have to do is trust your intuition. Anytime you feel like doing something, do it. Anytime you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. And of course, we still have to pay bills and things like that. So it's not that easy, but it starts with simply deciding to take a walk in the park instead of staying in bed. Or it starts with deciding to eat this food instead of that food. Notice all of the choices that you make throughout the day. And ask yourself, like, am I choosing choices that really align with what I want and how I feel? That am I choosing choices that are going to be in alignment with my spirit, right? Or am I just doing things for convenience, or I'm just doing things because that's what this person did and whatever, start to take, that's like number one first step in taking back your power and controlling your reality, is making your own decisions, doing things because you want to do them. At this point, I'm rambling. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. We'll chat more.